Today on Western Sports Roundup, the roll continues the right direction in the tie-down roping. A race between two titans, Mayfield and Webb, going toe-to-toe. Same in the all-around race between Stetson Wright and Wasey Shala. What one guy does, the other repeats, and it's back and forth over the first four performances of this year's Wrangler National Finals Rodeo.
And let's talk about the Resistol Rookie of the Year race. Introduce you to a young man from Washington. He is Traver Johnson. He is this year's Rookie of the Year, and he's coming up.
And Outriding the Devil is a movie premiere taking place tomorrow night. You'll meet some of the characters and see the storyline, and it's rodeo connected from top to bottom.
Your fight and your will to live is what's going to keep you here. You have to find that person, you have to find that thing that makes you want to fight harder for anything beyond you. And that was my daughter.
Welcome to Western Sports Roundup. Cowboy Channel is the exclusive home of the PRCA, your destination for the very best in rodeo action.
WSR is now live on YouTube. You can watch the show in real time on both the Cowboy Channel or the YouTube live stream version, giving you more ways to stay connected with us and to Western Sports.
And we are coming to you live from the showroom at the South Point Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas with a studio audience that is joining us and hopefully thousands, tens of thousands, millions around the world as we talk about the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo and more. We'll get into a lot of other Western sporting stories as well. I'm Steve Kenyon alongside Justin McKee. We are excited about this show for a lot of reasons. The draw tonight, the matchups and the riding events at the, in the PRCA, what happened last night, and the races, Justin.
Oh,
they are
races.
Very interesting and getting more and more interesting as the days go by.
Just when we think it can't get any better, it gets better. It gets better. Time now for our Kubota top story of the night. And Shad Mayfield moves to #1 in the world standings, but only by a very slim margin. Hey, Steve, this Shad Mayfield, 2 go-around wins, placed all over the place. He has made very few, if any, bobbles at all.
Well, think about it this way. In 2023, Haven Medjid roped 10 calves at the NFR in 77.4 seconds. That's an average time of 7.7 per calf. Shad Mayfield, in 4 rounds this year at the NFR, has only been longer than 7.7 one time. That was a 7.8. He's won a go-round. He's split a go-round. He's placed in all 4. He's #1 in the Top Gun Award. He's the #1 individual event money winner right now at this NFR. And oh, by the way, he's #1 in the world standings.
And Riley Webb has not had a disappointing or a horrible finals at all. He's won a go-around. He's picked up over $60,000 in money. But here's the thing. He came in with a $50,000 lead, and that's about how much more Shad has won here at the finals. Let me tell you what Shad's won. He's won $120,000. He's the Top Gun leader for the most money in any event. Take a look at the numbers here. They got a new #1 with Shad over there on your left side. Here's your earnings for the season. You see there's only 6,000 separating. And you can see they're first and second in that aggregate. But I want to talk about Shad Mayfield, that $120,000. Do you know what his average was in his previous 5 trips to the national finals? $70,000 total earnings per year at the NFR. And he's won already almost double that with $120,000. This is the NFR everybody knew Shad could have one day.
If you want to think about it in real simple terms, and we're going to talk about this with Wasey Shala and Stetson Wright too, think of it like a boxing match, round by round. Shad has won 3 out of the 4 go-rounds with Riley right now at the NFR. He's won twice as much money, and they get ready to go head-to-head again tonight in go-round #5.
Yeah, and they're still close. $6,000 separating. It's unbelievable as we're getting ready for round #5. Now, last night, Stetson Wright continues to get big rides, take victory laps, show up here at the South Point showroom for the buckle ceremony. But last night, the victory lap wasn't without some added danger and a very unexpected victory horse.
And you can win first out, but I never thought I'd ask this about kind of an eliminator situation with the victory lap. You're having a blast out here, even whenever that happens.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. Maybe I gut punched him, but lost my hat, doing everything to stay on. And then after this, I got sat back down. I was having a lot of fun. And then he just kept going. He had a lot of gas in him.
That is the only no score on a bucking horse Stetson's gotten this week because he missed that horse out. He did not properly mark that horse out. Other than that, the horse was marked higher than Stetson's spur ride. But you know what? Even a soured old victory lap horse can't get Superman on the ground.
No, it's not going to happen. Not here, not now. Unbeatable moment of the night presented by Unbeatable Feeds, and it is this all-around race heating up between Stetson Wright and Wasey Shala. They both continue to do amazing things, including Shala moving from number 14 all the way up to number 3.
Yeah, that's in the bareback riding world standings. Again, think of it like a boxing match. Stetson won the first 3 rounds. Last night was a draw. Why do I say that? Wasey Shala won the bareback riding, $36,668. Stetson Wright won the bronc riding, $36,668. They both got bucked off in the bull riding. Second time for Wasey, first time for Stetson. And so nothing changed in the all-around race last night except one more go-around closer, possibly, for one of these guys to be the all-around champion and Stetson in the lead.
All right, here's the numbers. In the bull riding, Stetson moves to number 1, but not by much. You can see at number 2, we've got $49,000 deficit for Wasey. There's the all-around. Stetson's number 1, $86,000 deficit for Wasey. Wasey's move up all the way to number 4. They're in the bareback riding. And Stetson has advanced the same amount up in the saddle bronc riding. But I want to talk about total money because somebody, if not both of these guys, are going to get over $1 million. And right now, the total money for both of these guys is Stetson, $736,000 for the year and $655,000 for Wasey, with maybe $300,000 apiece or more that they could still win.
So here's a statistic to keep your eyes on. If you look at ProRodeo.com right now, Stetson Wright, pre-NFR, $3,548,701. Okay? Do some quick math in your head. He's added $220,000 to that. He came into this NFR a little over $450,000 away from joining from becoming the only man, because Trevor passed $4 million, went to $7 million, becoming a $4 million money winner. He and Lisa Lockhart could both exceed that this year at the National Finals Rodeo. This is all brought to you by Unbeatable Feeds. That's your unbeatable moment, sponsored by Unbeatable Feeds. No grain, no problem.
Hey, Wasey Shala also is $20,000 away from winning $1 million. He barely turned 20. He'll be the youngest millionaire in the history of rodeo. When he wins that $20,000, he could do that tonight.
So let's talk about last night. Let's talk about tonight, the TV pen of bucking horses. And we talked to a man who has known what it's like to own Livestock of the Year award winners, whether it's the black tie in the bronc riding, whether it's Magic Touch in the bull riding, Sankey Pro Rodeos and Phenom Genetics. Wade Sankey joins us from the Thomas and Mack. We have a chance to visit about some great horses, some great rodeo athletes. Wade, welcome. You just heard Justin and I talking about some of this. Before we get into the athletes in particular and the animals in particular, you've had a chance to watch it for 4 nights from behind the bucking chutes, this matchup in the riding events. What's it been like back there for you to see?
Well, you know, it's just been stellar to see all of the talent that's in this arena. I think it's maybe as good as it's ever been. The bucking horses and bulls have been the highest quality that I think I've ever seen in this building, and it's been really neat to see the race between Wasey and between Stetson as well.
Hey, your horses have performed very well. We're taking a look right now at Jess Pope on Land of Fancy. So far, your highlight of the first 4 rounds, personally, with your animals?
Well, my highlight's probably last night with Lewandowski's Shoutin' Shoes. You know, I thought that horse had a stellar day and a stellar set of horses, and won second in the round, so it was exactly what we were hoping for.
So, Wade, you're taking a look at it right here. Kate Saunier and Shoutin' Shoes. Tell me about this ride. Tell me about this horse.
Well, that's Shoutin' Shoes is a sorrel horse that takes a little scoot and always has a big blow and is always really underneath of himself. And the good thing is Cade sets his feet really, really hard, and some horses like that and some horses don't. So he really likes to fight back, and he's the type of horse that Cade gets along with really well.
All right, let's get to tonight. This is the night, round 5, TV Pen, 15 best barebacks, broncs, and bulls that exist on the planet. This is what stock contractors live for. A night like tonight and the 10th round when these same animals come back.
Yeah, you know, we're lucky enough to have 80 animals out today, but we're fortunate enough to have 2 saddle broncs. We've got a 5-year-old named Irv's Legacy. We've got the Black Tie. We've got 2 bulls with Ghost Ship Warrior and the current bull of the year, which is Magic Touch. And, you know, the bulls, they drew good. They've got some younger guys, but they're NFR guys, and they can sure enough ride. And both of those bulls are rideable. Magic Touch, the bull of the year, is a bull that they've been as high as 93 points on at Salt Lake City this year. Ghost Ship Warrior has actually not been ridden yet. Everybody knows what's going to happen with the Black Tie and Zeke Thurston. Everybody's looking for big numbers there. I'm really looking forward to seeing Lefty Holman on Irv's Legacy, because there's such a cool story about that horse and how he got named, and the friends of Irv Alderson, which is who that horse is named after. And the horse himself is a really impressive animal. Really gets in the air, has a lot different tracks than most horses. He's got a lot of up and down and a lot more difficulty than meets the eye. So I know Lefty's excited about it, and I'm sure excited to watch that too.
So those are the matchups. You talked a little bit about Zeke. Zeke's got a history with the Black Tie, doesn't he? Wade, he knows this horse pretty well.
Yeah, you know, this is the 3rd time he's had him. The first time Black Tie backed out, which is an instant re-ride, and then we've solved that problem since. And that was quite a while ago. That was before his surgery that he had, and that was before he was a halter horse too. So he had him at Fort Worth 2 years ago and was in the 90s and ended up winning 2nd. It's still one of the best bronc rides I've ever seen. I know Zeke's excited for it, and I'm really excited for it too.
Wade, thank you. We're looking forward to the Black Tie and Zeke going at it, as we have seen the Black Tie do so well here in the past. And a big 93 with Damian Brennan and Sheridan was amazing. I hate it that we have to let you go. Congratulations on Magic Touch. Give Matt Sharping, your partner at Phenom, our best, and congratulations. Can't wait to see that bull go out. And all of everybody's animals in round 5 tonight. Thanks, Wade.
Yep, thank you guys.
That is Wade Sankey from Sankey Pro Rodeo and Phenom Genetics.
All right, when we come back, we have Bradley Harter, the Saddle Bronc riding director, talking about the TV pin of bucking horses. We'll continue with this bucking horse conversation in a moment.
And let's talk about the Resistol Rookie of the Year award, one of the most prestigious in the world. That's a 2nd-generation bulldogger from a little town called Eltopia, Washington. Travor Johnson, he's the Rookie of the Year in the steer wrestling. He'll join us on Western Sports Roundup. Western Sports Roundup brought to you by Resistol, the official hat of cowboys everywhere. We live it every day. Western Sports Roundup is brought to you by Rock and Roll Denim. Live boldly. Live in Rock and Roll Denim.
He is so happy to be back.
Yeah, good mark out. Here we go. Stetson Wright.
He's been waiting for this. He is so glad to be back, and what a Bronc ride by Stetson Wright. Top 2 guys in the world. Here we go. Oh, good job. This horse kind of moved really big off to the right. Oh, Brennan, he's going to have a little something to say about this round. Great ride.
Well, we have enjoyed some outstanding bucking horses at this year's Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. Seems like every year they get better and better and better. This year we've had already a couple of rides up there in the 90s where they belong when you're talking about the best horses in the world at the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo with the best 15. And Steve, we're getting ready to meet a guy that you and I have known and announced for a long time, 11 times to the finals, Bradley Harter, and saddle bronc riding the last time he was here, because I know that's the question on a lot of people's mind, 2019 as a competitor. Now he's the director for the saddle bronc riders, and he's the main guy responsible for bringing those good bucking horses. Welcome, Bradley.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. It's great to be sitting here with you all this afternoon.
And there's a reason that he's here on this day, Steve.
Yeah, it is. Today is TV Pin Day. Today is the day that, Bradley, I think you can agree with this, the 15 best bucking horses in the world are going to get a chance to show off tonight at the National Finals Rodeo, tonight and again in round 10. Tell me about selecting this pen of horses and what gets these horses into this opportunity to buck in these 2 go-rounds.
Well, tonight's going to be one of the best nights all year long that we've had in bucking horses. It is going to be great. We started out with over 400 when we started this process. We get them all pinned, and this is the absolute best 15 in the world, and it is going to be amazing. It's going to be great scores, and it's going to be awesome
Is that
tonight.
the first thing you do? Do you peel out those TV pin horses first when you get the final 100, or do you build to it?
That's a great question, and that we start with the best. So the absolute first way we do it is the 5-pin. We start with tonight, the best night of rodeo, because guess what? Round 10 is going to be the same. So we start and we work backwards.
Work your way backwards. So you get them sorted out first, then you work your way through the rest of the pins. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems to me like actually that'd be the easier way to do it, because you're going to have so many horses that fall on the margin after that of which pins do they belong. So let's talk about some of the matchups that you're looking at tonight. And Justin's excited about this. I'm excited about this. Bradley, what one matchup out of the 4 or 5 you're going to talk about are you the most excited to watch tonight?
You know, it's amazing because we have to go to the draw every night, and you're sitting there and you're watching them call it out, and you know you're thinking of the one that everybody wants and it hasn't came out yet. It's Zeke Thurston on black tie is going to be a phenomenal matchup.
Well, we all know about Zeke Thurston, a 4-time world champion, but this horse has an amazing history. This is a 3-time matchup, and last year at the Wrangler NFR, they won both times he was out, round 5 and round 10. Let's talk about Zeke's history on this horse.
So Zeke's been on this horse 3 times. This will be his 3rd time, excuse me. He won 2nd at Fort Worth, which was maybe borderline 1st. He's been on it out here at the NFR, and tonight is going to be, he's going to be 2nd to last out in the performance, and it's going to be one heck of a ride, and that horse is going to take him right to the top.
So you're predicting, you're saying Zeke in the black tie. I think that's a really risky bet. No, it's not. It's a very safe bet. Let's talk about some of the other guys. And I told Justin the other day, we were talking about Virgil retiring. Brody Crest gets on Virgil tonight for the first time. If I'm a saddle bronc rider, put yourself in I've been to the National Finals Rodeo a bunch of times, bronc rider shoes. Are you thinking, man, and go around number 10, I wouldn't mind being the very last guy to get on that big gray dude?
Well, tonight will be Brody Crest's first time to ever be on this horse. I talked to him. He's super excited. And you got to remember, Brody got off to a little rocky start here, but he is one of the best in the world, and this is going to be a matchup tonight. It's just so hard to pick the exact one, but it's going to be phenomenal.
Where would Virgil be in terms of popularity from the saddle bronc riders on that's the one they want compared to the black tie? Because they seem very different to me.
You know, everybody always wants the world champion bucking horse, so they all want it, but I believe if you had to look at the dancing partner, who's the prettiest? You know, the black tie is just so showy out here. And but Virgil is going to be a great matchup and a great bucking horse.
Yeah, you know, it seems like half the time that horse bucks, there's some kind of a world record pops up somewhere in the bareback riding or the bronc riding. So, yeah, it's always special.
They've won so much money this year. It's going to be great.
I want to ask you about the final two guys that'll ride tonight. Damian Brennan gets on R. Watson's Ed Bishop. That's a Survey horse. And Ryder Wright gets on Andrews, All or Nothing. That's a bucking horse of the year. What are your thoughts?
You know, this is what makes it so great. And I want everybody to remember, Damian Brennan won Houston on Ed Bishop the first time he got on him. This is his second time around. He knows the horse. Phenomenal Bronc. That is going to be unbelievable. And then also, All or Nothing. We have to remember Ryder Wright has won about $250,000, about $250,000 on this horse. They're patting for a dance. It is going to be a great matchup. He won the American. He won around here, so you don't know which way it's going to go. It's going to be awesome.
I think all the Bronc riders are pretty happy. I mean, nobody's disappointed when you get in the TV pen, right?
It was a little bit more quiet last night when we had the E-pen, and they're all excited. There's not one bad matchup. You look down the list, Lefty and Irv's Legacy, Larry Culpepper, phenomenal horse.
Number 2 for Horse of the Year.
We're going to kick it off with Zach Dallas on Catwalk. Phenomenal. They won Pendleton on that horse.
Yeah, and there you take a look. Stetson's been so red hot. Tell me about Dandy Delight. What do you know about that horse?
I've got him circled here. I would never bet against Stetson Wright, and that horse is going to have some lead changes and then set up. They have won the American on that horse and won some rounds out here, so that definitely be on the edge of your seat when he slides up to nod tonight.
There's a lot to look forward to. The horses are going to probably be the stars tonight, but before I let you go, I just thought of this. How many 90s are we going to see, in your opinion, tonight?
Well, that's a great question. I know we're going to see at least 3 tonight.
I would hope so. I would hope so. Bradley Harter, thanks for doing a great job. We miss you riding in the arena, but we love what you're doing, these bucking horses, stock contractors, and for the riders. Now, stick around. What we're talking about next is World Series of Team Roping. It is taking place right here at the South Point Casino and Hotel, and a lot of big money for some part-time ropers are coming here to Vegas, and they are getting those big checks.
So, how's your Pro Fantasy Rodeo team doing? We're going to talk about it with Casey Jones, get an update and the impact of some of the superstars of rodeo and how they're having on Pro Fantasy Rodeo. That's all on the way. Thanks for joining us on Western Sports Roundup.
Western Sports Roundup on the Cowboy Channel is brought to you in part by Westmore Manufacturing. Live boldly. And on the Tough Enough to Wear pink day at the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, I know a lady that looks beautiful in pink.
Yeah, we talk about Miss Rodeo America, and here she is, Miss Rodeo America 2026, Olivia Favero, receiving her buckle alongside the go-round number 4 winners on this stage last night. Congratulations to Olivia. She was Miss Rodeo Utah. She is the 7th Miss Rodeo Utah to become Miss Rodeo America.
Yeah, they have had a lot of them. Casey Jones joins us again like he does every day, talking about Pro Fantasy Rodeo, and everybody out in the Cowboy Nation are loving playing along, especially when they've got some friends and neighbors and family members that are heckling in this competition. Every day there's some smack talk here. Casey Jones, thanks for joining us again.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's been outstanding to watch Western Sports Roundup. It's kind of like Rodeo Center, Sports Center. You're breaking down the matchups, which all this is fantasy content. You're getting inside stories of who might be on the winning team tonight. But we had a great night last night. We had Cameron Fambro. He's currently in the lead for the Custom Mag Wagon and the Elite Trailer with Outback Living Quarters. Our most popular picks last night was Stetson Wright in the saddle bronc riding, had the most, or was on the most teams at 55%. And then we had Stetson Wright was most popular pick. The third most popular pick with 51.6 in the bull riding, and then Ty Erickson, which is low on the salary cap at 45%. And it's not really a popularity contest, it's just a value, because like if you look at Ty, he comes in there at a lower salary, so it's easier to put him on a lot of your teams with the salary cap. What's really cool, what I found out today, what's that?
I said especially given the fact that Ty Erickson has been maybe one of the 2 best bulldoggers in Las Vegas for the last 4 go-rounds of this NFR. So that makes him even more enticing.
Yeah, what I found out today, and you can find this on ProFantasyRodeo.com under the Daily Fantasy Games, but it shows the top rider picks as soon as the entries close. But today's first day yesterday was the first time that Rocker wasn't number 1 in the bareback riding. Wasey Shalanock was 23.6 on teams, and Rocker was like 22. So that kind of shows, like, Rocker's the favorite, but Wasey, with the value, with a lower salary, knocked him off being the most popular pick. But, when fans got here, we knew Wasey could ride bulls, and this is his first year bareback riding, so he's really making a statement out there.
He's making a statement indeed. Let's talk about that charity tattoo league that Steve and me and our compadres are in right here. Steve, you're killing it right there at number 2. But you can't beat the clown.
It's better to be number 2 than number 22. I've been number 2 all week. I want to get to number 1. I don't know what I got to do to John Harrison, who sits in that number 1 spot. Justin McKee, you are ensconced in the middle right now at number 14.
I want to lose. I want to get the tattoo.
Nobody wants to lose.
I do. I've been scared to death I would lose this every year, but I say it every day. I want to lose. I should have not have picked so good, though.
That's not our problem.
I got to make a call this morning that I've been wanting to do for a while. Called Tommy Joe and said, what kind of tattoo you going to get? Well, he didn't. He's really nervous this morning, or today.
Oh, you did? Oh, man, he would be nervous.
Yeah,
I'm going to call him tomorrow. Thank you for that idea. Casey, thank you for joining us.
You betcha.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Casey Jones from Pro Fantasy Rodeo. You can play the daily game, ProFantasyRodeo.com. The sign-ups close when they open the bucking chutes on the first bareback horse tonight and go round number 5. The regular National Finals Rodeo is not the only big Western sporting event going on this week in Las Vegas. Here at the South Point Hotel and Casino every day, there are multi-millions of dollars on the line at the World Series of Team Roping.
That is right. And take a look at some of the big winners right here. Congratulations to Billy Bob Brown, Carbon, Texas, Whip Peterson, San Simon, Arizona. They're going to win the 16.5 and $28,000. Couldn't happen to a pair of better cowboys and good guys.
So now let's take you to the 15.5 and a name you are going to recognize. Denton Parish on the head side, Colby Corkill. Yep, that's Jade's boy. 15.5 champions, 25-16 on 4, and they win a cool, big size chunk of money.
Yeah, these guys are already winning big. Little Colby, man, is all grown up right now. By the way, Coy Rallman and Logan Medlin win $100,000 in the Open as well, and they'll be competing all the way through December 14th right here at the South Point. and we will keep you updated on that. Hey, stick around. When we come back, we're going to talk about a new movie that premieres tomorrow here in Las Vegas with a great message, an inspiring story about a barrel racer that you'll get to know. And there's a lot of people, if you follow Rodeo, you'll recognize in this, and Mo brings plenty. Will join us right here.
And Western Sports Roundup is being presented by Ariat. Ready, set, ride, and boots and jeans that work as hard as you do. It is time now for AIQ, powered by TWG, AI, and Palantir, where data meets the dirt. We're watching Tricia Aldridge, Adios Pantalones. Justin, this is the fastest time of the rodeo so far, 13:42 last night.
Yeah, she got to go around, and she got upwards of 30 miles an hour, and I love what we can have here. We're just sampling this, folks. Don't get discouraged that you're not on the inside understanding of this AI stuff. We're learning about this as we go along. We're just scratching the surface. We're just kind of telling you about it, introducing you to it, and we will build from that. Right now, let's look at the NFR aggregate leaders, and Cassie Mowry remains number one. She's very used to that number one position no matter what we're looking at.
Caitlin Scott is the only barrel racer at this NFR who's won a check on all 4 of her runs. Where is Haley Kinsel on that list? She's number 6. She has the fastest time of the barrel racers who've hit 1 barrel.
When we went to break, we told you that we were going to introduce you to a movie that premieres tomorrow night here in Vegas. Here's a little sample of what we're looking forward to.
One of the greatest stories in barrel racing is this lady, the cancer survivor, Angela Ganter.
Angela Ganter is true grit.
The story of Angela Ganter embodies the cowgirl way of life.
For Angela to battle through what she has, that's absolutely amazing.
This is one of the great untold Western stories.
I don't feel like Western heritage is made. I feel like it's bred into you. Luckily for me, I got to inherit a legacy.
Welcome to the United States of America, Quanah Parker.
So everything you see here is the same thing that Billy the Kid saw way back in the old days.
It's something that's born in you.
I was in junior high when we found out about Mom's breast cancer.
Had to start taking, they call the Red Devil. I never looked in the mirror for 8 years. I was never gonna see sickness. I was never gonna see death. I was never gonna let myself think that I wasn't gonna live. The love of the life, it never goes away. Due to the cancer circumstances, I'd lost the ability to ride.
Turn it on, let her roll, boys. Cowboys come from every shape and color from all over the world.
It's always been a part of who we are in Indian country. There wasn't just Jackson Sundown.
Yeah, everything about rodeo is wild. Gamble on yourself, your health, everything. You're getting on the back of something that could kill you. It's like jumping out of an airplane.
When my mom started running barrels again, Bugs took her to 6 pro rodeo wins. They made their first Canadian National Finals rodeo. You have to get back to the NFR. This is the NFR.
It don't get no bigger than this.
It is a lot of pressure. It is our Super Bowl. It's the honor of a lifetime. It makes the NFR a little further out of reach.
Your fight and your will to live is what's going to keep you here. You have to find that person, you have to find that thing that makes you want to fight harder for anything beyond you. And that was my daughter.
Outriding the Devil makes its world premiere tomorrow here in Las Vegas. It will be showing at 7 p.m. during the National Finals Rodeo at the theater at the Virgin Hotel in Las Vegas. You saw the list of stars, rodeo stars you know, movie stars you know. Justin, maybe a movie star in the making, and we've got a couple of them joining us here on set.
I hope so. And Lily Wright joins us, and it is your premiere as an actress, right?
Yep, it's my big debut.
Big debut, I should say. Yeah, Mo brings plenty. We try to get you on the show every year. Glad to have you back.
It's good to be back, brother.
And it is always fun to watch you in Yellowstone and all the movies that you're in. It's also, by the way, before we jump into this, I just want to say thank you for what you do for the authenticity of Indian America on a lot of other shows behind the scenes. I think is a big deal to me. And how did all this come together for this inspiring movie about a barrel racer that we know very well?
You know, the director, Rain, he went and visited the Cowboy Cowgirl Hall of Fame in Texas, and he came across her image, and he was taken by her, and he got to understand her life, or to hear the story, and he was like, man, this would make a perfect movie.
You know, we say that a lot, but I mean, this guy just went, he actually did that. That would make a great movie, we say. But
yeah, absolutely. Lily, while we were watching the trailer, I asked you your role, and you told me, and my response was, what an honor. You are the young Angela in this movie. How did this come together? How did you get the part? And just kind of tell me where you've been able to take this and what you've learned.
The director reached out to my mom. They wanted someone who kind of had some horse experience and wasn't scared of horses. So I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but I showed up and I saw how important it was to Rain, the director, to showcase Angela's story and her battle back from her cancer, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it.
All right, so let me give you some context here. So as we talk about Angela, she is a Texas Hall of Famer, a Texas Rodeo Hall of Fame member, and her daughter went on to win Rookie of the Year and qualify for the National Finals Rodeo. And we've all known about this story of cancer because Angela would compete alongside her daughter for many years.
Angela's been a Canadian Finals qualifier. She has had she has had a very good barrel racing career.
And we've always known the story about cancer, but we haven't known the depth until now. Now, I want to talk about Lily because a lot of you are watching going, I know her. I recognize her, but I don't know where. Well, let me tell you where. I wish we had the video for this. Every night when her brothers are riding bucking horses, she's the one cheering the most from the stands. This is the little sister of Ryder and Stetson and Rusty and Statler. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Even the in-house crowds go, oh, yes. Is this something you've wanted to do, acting? Have you thought about it until you got that phone call?
No, I never thought about it, but it was a super fun role. So I'm glad I got the experience. I actually have another audition, thanks to Rain. So, yeah.
So, Mo, let me ask you, because part of the thing that makes this film special to me is so many rodeo athletes, so many stars. Lily, Shad Mayfield. Did I see Zeke Thurston in there? So many are included in the cast. Talk about working with them. And were you able to guide them, advise them? Talk about working with those guys?
You know, you don't have to worry about guiding those guys. I wasn't involved in that aspect of what the roles that they did, but those are talented individuals. I mean, you take country folks and you throw them in any situation or scenario, and trust me, they're going to make it look good. And so, just like her, everyone else, you know, we're country folks.
You and I have talked on many occasions about there's something bigger. There's a big picture than making a living. There's a bigger picture than Western sports and world championships. We've always talked about how do we have a bigger impact as individuals on the world. How does this movie connect with your vision in that department?
You know, if you look at when folks see this film, you're going to understand this is the thing that really impacts me is that if you love someone and you truly care, and you're going to do everything, you're going to fight every battle that comes your way to make sure that you're going to be there to express your love to the other person, regardless of what the situation is. And because if you don't, someone else will end up loving them. And if you look at Angela's story, and I tell you what she went through, she made her sacrifices to go for hours and hours of chemo, for 7 hours, sit there with the IV and get that get it pumped into her system. You know, that's grueling. And so she stepped up and it was her love for her daughter. And man, that's so powerful.
Lily, I want to follow up on that. And we see, Justin talked about the Wright family jumping up and down in the seats every night. The Wright family is very publicly a very close-knit family. What do you think about when you hear Mo talking about Angela, her relationship with her daughter Jackie, how close they are, and how your family fits right into that same mold, I think?
Yeah, it's amazing. When I learned about Angela's story and like in the trailer where it says that she's fighting for her daughter, and she wasn't fighting for herself, she was fighting for her daughter. And I feel like that leads back to my family and injuries after injuries for Stetson or for Rusty, and we're just always there for them, and they're fighting to get back in that arena, and it's just, yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, so Mo, this premiere is tomorrow at Virgin Hotels at the theater at the Virgin, and it's I think it's during the rodeo performance. But yes. Tell me where's it going to go after the? Or you could tell us about the premiere tomorrow, but then what? And where can people find it?
You know, to be honest with you, Justin, that's beyond my knowledge, but I know that this is going to go far and worldwide. Because I'll guarantee you that Rain's working pretty hard to get, you know, there's distribution throughout the world.
All right, I want everybody to Google. You can AI and track the progress. It's Outriding the Devil. So go ahead and type that into your phones right now, wherever you're watching from, all over the world. Outriding the Devil. And if these guys are involved in it and it says everything that it stands for, then I'm all for it, and I can't wait to promote it even more.
I'd like our studio audience to give a big old round of applause to Lily Wright and Mo Biggs Plenty. Lily, when you walked on the set for the first time, did you look at Mo and go, "Oh my God, that's Mo, that's Mo,
Yeah,
that's that guy"?
Yeah, it was awesome. I actually went out to set 2 or 3 days early so I could go see what it was all about, and he was out there acting, and it was amazing. He's so amazing.
He is. He's one of our greatest ambassadors in the Western world. We're proud of him. Proud of you. Can't wait to watch that premiere. And save me a ticket. I'm going to go with you.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. I got you covered. And even if you know, come on out, because the movie will still be going after the rodeo's over with. Oh. And there's a lot of stuff going on after to follow. So swing on by after at the Virgin.
Yeah, it's happening at the Virgin. Lily, Mo, thanks so much for dropping by. Thank you for being
Justin.
a part of this. Thank you for all you do. I agree with everything Justin said. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, you'll meet one of this year's Resistol Rookies of the Year. I've known this kid for a while, and he is a talent, and he's a nice young man. His name's Traver Johnson. Comes from Washington. He's joining us next. There he is on Western Sports Roundup.
Time now for our Polaris opportunity to say thank you, the American Power Sports Company. And we're talking about maximum power. And last night, it was bull riding, and that rookie, Bryce Jensen, struck hard on Barnes' Purple Waves. There's a McKee family involved right there. Karaoke night, and what a big ride, 87.5.
Yeah, there you take a look at it. Hard kicks, 10 of them. Direction change, 2. And for Bryce Jensen, what a way to win your first ever check at your first ever Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. It happens to be the first place variety, and you see what all 4 of those rookies have done. Hudson Bolden, 179,000. He's in the #1 spot. Quinn Anderson, 17,000 behind. Bryce Jensen, and then Luke Mackey, the top 4. Justin, this Resistol Rookie of the Year race in the bull riding, it is a long way from over.
Yeah, and here in another day, we're going to honor all the Resistol rookies, except for the bull riding, because 4 rookies are entered at the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. We don't know who's going to win until the NFR is over in the bull riding event. But we do know who the steer wrestling man is.
Yeah, and that's the guy right there. That's Bryce Jensen from Eltopia, Washington, who was in the #1 spot the entire year, won more than $50,000. Columbia River Circuit finalist, Columbia River Circuit Finals aggregate winner, NFR Open qualifier. And Bryce Jensen joins, Bryce Jensen. Travor Johnson joins us on Western Sports Roundup. Travor, congratulations. I know I've asked you this question before. Forgive the repeat. You only get to win this award one time in your life. How good does it feel to win it?
Man, Steve, it feels good. It was kind of a goal me and my dad talked about this spring before I went off rodeoing, and I'm just humbled and thankful. So it's a good year.
What was the key thing that really prompted you to run for rookie this year?
Probably just the one opportunity. If you don't ever go for your rookie year, you never have that opportunity again. So that was kind of it. And my traveling partners, Bodie Spring and Quentin Wheeler, we had a good rig. So
that's what I was looking for right there. It's horsepower or it's traveling power, and great partners that'll get you going in the right direction your rookie year.
Tell me about this great horse, because this horse is pretty cool, right?
Yeah, Stevie is. He's been a real blessing. I bought him from Kyle Whitaker, my coach up there at Montana State, and we jumped the first steers on him last fall. The practice pen didn't get that many in the wintertime, but come spring we got more jumped, and man, he took off.
So tell me, you go to school at Montana State University. Kyle Whitaker, the many-time Linderman Award winner, and a really good bulldogger. What have you learned from him?
I've learned a lot about being a competitor, especially, you said right there, the Linderman Award. So, both sides of the arena. He knows, the competition and bulldogging, saddle bronc riding. Everything you need to know. Kyle knows.
I want to talk about San Bernardino. 3.3. Was that the run of your life?
Yeah, that was my fastest time. So that was, my best run of the year, probably.
You had some great highlights as we talk about that one. You got Walla Walla, OMAC. You had some great times there and some big checks. Really, those are the biggest reasons that you were able to win the most money.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And good hazes, fast horses, and the good Lord.
Yeah. So somewhere out here in the audience watching this is a fella named Eric Johnson. That's your dad. I've had the pleasure of, I've been announcing the circuit finals in the Northwest long enough. I've talked about both of you in that arena. Tell me about the impact. Tell me about what you have learned inside and outside of the arena from your father.
Well, I'd say, everything I've learned as far as rodeo goes has been from him. Because, he was there when I jumped my first steer, which took a while because he didn't want to let me bulldog for a while because I wasn't big enough or whatever. So now I guess I'm big enough. But he's been an example. And, I wanted to be like him since I was a young kid. So, yeah.
Is the rookie banquet tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. That's a wonderful banquet. I love what Resistol has done in providing real mentors to show up and encourage right there and to inspire. So what about next year? What's the goal? What's the plan?
The goal is this show right here, Vegas.
This show, baby. This show. Ain't fooling around. It's this show right here. That's what we're talking about. Good.
Yes, sir. So we're going to make a run at it, hopefully.
You got Potter loaded and the same crew, or you switching up?
I think that's the game plan. All the details aren't really ironed out, but yeah, we're going to, yeah.
Travor, I want to talk to you on Wednesday. Because tomorrow night you're going to ride into the arena in a stagecoach, and you're going to stand in the middle of the arena in front of 17,000 plus people, and they're going to give you a big round of applause when they give you that rookie buckle. And I want to know what's going through your mind after you have that experience, because everybody tells me that one is the one that really motivates them to want to get back there and do it again.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fun just to be in the Thomas and Mack for a night, so yeah.
Hey, it's going to be fun. I know a lot of people now have tabbed you as somebody they're going to be looking forward to next year. Us, of course, are going to be one of them. Enjoy the banquet tomorrow, as well as the performance at Thomas and Mack. We'll look for you in the top 15 next year.
Sounds like a plan.
Right here. Deal. All right. It's a deal. All right. Stick around, everybody. When we come back, we're going to continue to tell great stories and give you big results and highlights from last night, round number 4 in the steer wrestling, the tie-down roping, and the team roping. Boy, was there a lot of action in the MAC.
Western Sports Roundup is sponsored by Ariat, and a proud partner of the world of professional rodeo and Western sports. We're proud to have Ariat in the house with us on Western Sports Roundup.
We hope you're riding with Ariat, and we hope you're working as hard as they do to bring us those great boots. Right now, let's go to some results and some highlights. How about this? Kincaid Henry, 7-1 last night, came in top 3 in the world standings, and all 3 of these guys in the top 3 in the world have gotten go-around wins. This guy from Mount Pleasant, Texas, put on a clinic 7-1. Shad 2 finishes number 2 with a 7-2.
Yeah, let's talk about the team roping. It's about time that the reigning world champion struck for a little money. Tyler Wade, Wesley Thorpe, 0 for 3 to start the rodeo. They come out with a 3.8. Dustin Engaskiza and Levi Lord, they were 3.8. I had a chance to talk to T. Wade and Wesley Thorpe. They reminded me last night we placed in 6 go-rounds last year. We still got 7 to go. They are still thinking they got a shot at some big money.
Hey, let's talk about some steer wrestling last night. Tucker Allen got his second go-around win, and he was 4 flat, blasted $132,000 each. He's going to tie with Will Loomis. Will Loomis needed that. Remember, he went out of the average and go-around number 1. He's number 1 in the world, though. Still, Tucker Allen, $82,000 of winning, and that's a big deal because somebody stole his truck out here.
Yeah, and Tucker and Will, right now Tucker's number 2, Will's number 1 in the world. I had a chance to talk to Tucker Allen. Sometimes these middle go-rounds really do determine world titles, and this is your second win in 4 tries.
Yeah, I'm just treating everything like a one-header. Last year I played it safe on a few starts, and I told myself this year, I'd rather lose a world title by going at the barrier than backing off and not winning it anyway. So that's a risk I'm willing to take, to achieve the ultimate end goal.
You split it with Will Loomis. He needed a go-round win. Boys, don't let him get off the chain. He's liable to come get you anyway.
And he won it on a steer that I would have not picked to be a go-round steer. That shows how good he bulldogs. That steer wants to hang up on the ground, and he cleaned him up, made him hit flat. So it's really, really impressive. He's a true winner.
So tell me about how good your horse is working. Tell me about how the hazing horse combination is working for you.
Oh, it's awesome. That's just a testament to Justin's horses. Banker Horse of the Year. I was still off the bear and still, split the round. So that truly shows how gifted he is. And his haze horse he bought off of Lane Delmont this summer. We call him Delmont. He's kind of the other key to the puzzle. He's a big, stout sorrel, and he has such presence over there. It's pretty fun getting to haze for each other, and I'm really pulling for him to get a go-around win too.
That's Tucker Allen. He is right now number 2 in the average. He's number 2 in the world standings. Ty Erickson, number 1 in that aggregate. Dakota Eldridge with a broken left foot, Justin, still sits in the number 3 spot.
Yeah, after those top 2, look how that thing opens up. Man, there's a lot of room for some movement right there. Let's talk about our Vetcherson top 3, Clean, Treat, and Heel. And we're talking about a movie premiere, Outriding the Devil. Premieres tomorrow, December 9th at the theater at the Virgin Hotel here in Las Vegas, featuring Lily Light. Mo Brings Plenty joining us here today.
Yeah, let's talk about the all-around race because it is heating up. Stetson Wright, $86,000 ahead of Wacy Shala as those 2 rough stock contestants go head-to-head every night. Stetson, a big night last night in the saddle bronc riding. The World Series of Team Roping, we talked about number 16.5, number 15.5 every day. They're roping steers here at the South Point Hotel and Casino. Millions of dollars on the line.
Hey, don't forget, we're going to go to Rodeo Live outside the Thomas and Mack in the Pro Rodeo Fan Zone. For Steve, I'm Justin. Thanks to all of you for watching. Get ready, round 5. TV Pin Night coming your way. Tough enough to wear, Pete.